Vanmôre het ons nou die voorreg om te gesels met Swing City. Nou as jy nie swing musiek ken nie, waar was jy mens? Nou ja, Swing City is hier vanmôre, ons gesels vanmôre met Graeme Watkins en met Nathan Rowe. Loyiso Bala is ook deel van die trio, maar hy is nie vanmôre hier nie. Maar Graeme and Nathan, welcome, gents.
Good morning, how are you?
It's lovely having people here, especially swing people. We live in the east of Pretoria, so swing word is a bit of a...
It's not that kind of swing.
Not that kind. Maar ja, dis lekker om jullie hier te hê. Welcome early in the morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. What a privilege it is to be the side of Pretoria. You know, we stay on the other side of Randburg, so it's we brought our passports.
But we were excited for the big breakfast, and then we
got Ontbyt.
Yeah, we got
there's no
there.
breakfast.
Yeah, with these rusks outside. Did you miss the rusks?
I was preparing
right.
myself for a full spread.
Oh, so close.
Let's talk about you guys performing it in die bos. Because in die bos, kom ons sê nou maar eerlik, is Afrikaanse besigheid, nee?
Yeah.
Afrikaans in die bos. And you did a swing show in die bos. Tell us about how did it go?
It was amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah, we actually did it last year as well.
We did it last year
and
as
it
well.
was... Yeah, we were a bit nervous as well because we're like, you don't know how the genre is going to be accepted.
Yeah, because it's a brandewyn partytjie and then all of a sudden, you do swing music.
But brandewyn works for all genres of music.
Absolutely. Yeah, the more you drink, the better we sound. So at the end of the day, it's great. But you know what I love most about the Afrikaans public is they are so invested in the performance and in the music, and they are the most loyal, beautiful people to perform for, and they enjoy it. And when you enjoy something, we enjoy performing it. So to do Any Boss was an absolute privilege, and I hope we can have the opportunity to do it again because it really was magnificent.
What makes swing music so special? So, why swing music?
They don't write music like that anymore. It's got a message, it's got a tone, and Nathan and I often talk about it. It was written at a time when there was the Great Depression, people were sad, and this was the only sort of way that people were uplifted and made to feel better. And that's why when you listen to that music, you're like, yeah, it's going to be okay.
Sure.
Yeah, we actually formed Swing City around the time that we had a bit of a financial crash as well.
Yeah.
When was it? Sure, almost 10
years ago
now. Yeah, so 2014-ish, But we were sort of coming out of it there, and we just felt the same thing, that this music can really put a smile on people's faces, even though bread is 57 Rand.
That's the thing. Swing music also always reminds me of something luxurious. It's always full, velvety kind of sounds. And dis daai kom uit jou moeilikheid uit. Dis lekker kry. This is going to be nice. Just sit back and let it just flow over you.
Well, we thought we were getting into full tuxedos this morning, but we got dressed in the dark. So, so we missed.
But the nice thing is you do get to wear the full suits. And then when you perform at the corporate functions, you've got these people, everyone's dressed to the nine and they've got their jewelry on, and it just feels Lonnie. It feels expensive. Yeah, and it's lekker. It's lekker.
How did the three of you decide, okay, let's form this Swing City band?
Like most things, over a braai.
Over a braai, yeah.
Right.
We were standing around, obviously the smoke coming to both of us because we were the most beautiful around the braai.
That's how it works.
That is how it works. Yeah. And we were talking about our fathers, and our fathers used to play in jazz bands. My father was a singer, his dad was a double bass player. And we were just talking about our love for the genre, and we thought, yes, we should do something like that. But then we needed a Sammy Davis Jr.,
Yep.
And we got hooked up with Loy.
We got hooked up with Loy, and then we got a show before we had rehearsed. So we had nothing, absolutely nothing. We were like, okay, well let's do it.
The pressure was on.
Pressure was on. So we got into a room together, and the chemistry just worked. It just worked because we do a lot of banter in between. Because the Rat Pack used to talk and they used to joke and laugh, and that connection with the audience was so essential to the music. The music was almost secondary to the personalities behind it.
But we do it sober.
Yeah, we do it sober. That's the only difference, But and that's where the rapport came. And 10 years later, here we are, and we're loving it. And we've had the privilege of performing all around SA and abroad. And what a privilege. It really is lekker. And we performed with this big 7-piece jazz band, and we performed with the Johannesburg Big Band before as well, backed by Adam Howard. So, I mean, that's 17 human beings all playing music behind you, and you turn around, you're just like, oh my gosh, I have fallen with my bum in the butter. And it is wonderful.
Sure.
That is nogal special. Something that's rather special as well is you going to have a show, this Christmas in July show. It's coming up on the 28th of July at Syringa Park. other side of Muldersdrift.
Yes, Avianto Estate.
Avianto Estate, yes. Tell us more about the show.
Well, we thought that no one celebrates Mary's first trimester, you know, which would have been around July. And also, you know, we wait all year for Christmas, and it's like, guys, you don't need to wait. Let's just bring it up a little bit.
And also, it's a nice excuse to be able to wear those winter jumpers with the reindeers on them,
and
you know. And it doesn't snow here, which is
Usually sweat in them in December.
and I
for
feel
the
like
photo.
you miss out on that Christmas thing. So Christmas in July, come, bring your family, bring your friends. It's going to be fun for everybody. There's food, there's drink, brandy, plenty of it. So it's going to be a jewel, and yeah.
What kind of music, songs can we expect? Some nice Christmas tunes?
Yeah, a couple of Christmas tunes.
Yeah, we
a
definitely
couple
have
of
to pepper some Christmas in
definitely,
there. A little bit of
sprinkle
cinnamon, some cardamom. Yeah.
And then obviously songs that you know, and then we've redone a few of our sort of big hits, you know, like the Taylor Swifts, the Pharrell Williams, and we've jazzified them as well. So even if you don't know anything about swing music, you can come and you can enjoy that as well and sing along. And if you know the words, sing along. If you don't know the words, don't.
I'm all about Christmas, so that has made me really happy, the fact that I can celebrate Christmas from now until December. Well, I'm just doing it until, so if you guys can work in a few more shows until we get to December, that would be fantastic with that. Look, before we came live and started this interview, you did have a little bit of Shake It Off there on the background, and I just turned to Ben and I said, oh, that's such a better version. I want to listen to that.
And the best thing in Afrikaans we talk about is opgejazz.
It's opgejazz, yeah.
And it's opgejazz, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is when you hear a modern song translated into that genre, it does almost feel a bit better. It's got a like we were saying earlier, it's a little more expensive. It's got a little bit more velvet onto it. It's beautiful.
So besides for the band, you guys also have your individual careers going. How do you balance between Swing City and also like keep your individual careers going?
It's completely different. It's completely separate. When we come together, we're a totally different outfit. And the nice thing is we are the best of friends off stage. You know, we travel in our personal capacity.
We come from a rock background, both of us. So us dressing in suits, you know, is fun as well, because we usually...
I feel like the suit, you almost feel a bit like a superhero. A superhero isn't a superhero until they put the suit on, and then all of a sudden they're Batman or they're the Flash. I feel like that. I'm like just scruffy Graham from the rock background, and then I put the suit on and I'm like expensive Graham from the jazz background. So it feels good. But yeah, it is a challenge sometimes, balancing them. But they are completely different and this is a fun gig.
I suppose so you do get to tap into like different genres and different sides of yourself, and as a creative, that's always what you want to do.
That's what you want.
Like you don't have to stay in that box like, okay, I'm Jennifer, the presenter, I get to do like different things, and the same with you guys. You don't have to go like, okay, Nathan Graham, we have to stay within like that rock genre.
Exactly.
Now we kind of get to like feel it all out.
Yeah, and you do. As a musician, you want to play and experience as many musicians as possible, you know, and we get the privilege of playing with our bands, who are our friends as well, and then our jazz bands, who are like some of the best jazz musicians in the world, let alone the country. And I can say that because we've seen the other side of the pasture, and it's not nearly as green as it is here. You know, we've got some of the best musicians in the world here. We really, really do.
That's what I'm wondering about. I mean, Nathan, especially traveling the world and seeing different bands across and different genres. And you were in Hankie the other day, the jazz festival in Hankie. I mean, wie se nou 'n jazz festival in Hankie gedink het?
We brought some panky to Hankie.
So Hankie. What's the jazz scene in South Africa like now, crossing genres?
It's amazing, and it usually takes place in dark little bars just off the side of the road. You know, if you go to like Melville on a Thursday night, you'll find some jazz trio
You
playing
drive past
there.
it if you didn't know it was there.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing, is the marketing for it is not huge, you know, so that a lot of people don't hear about it. It's very much word of mouth. But when you get into that scene, you find your way into all these secret little locations that magic happens.
And you know, the nice thing is that the international guys, because they've got those big marketing engines behind them, they sort of make the genre more palatable and popular for Joe public. The Jamie Cullums, the Michael Bublé's, the Jacob Colliers. And then you see them and then you're like, oh, let me go and experience it in my country. And if you haven't experienced it in this country, trust me, guys, it is world class. It is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
What would you guys still like to do? Besides, okay, we've got now Christmas in July 28th, you've got your concert. As a band, what is like the aim? Is there one concert that you really want to play, one place you really want to visit?
Yeah. I'd love to do the Montrose Jazz Festival. You know, I think that's something I'd love to do. And I'd also love to perform with Michael Bublé. I think that would be an amazing opportunity to do, or even a Jacob Collier.
I say why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And Michael was actually going to come out here, and we threw our rods in the water, and we were like, come on, man. But then he cancelled the concert, so we couldn't do it. But I saw him live once, and it's one of the best shows that we've had the privilege of watching.
I agree with that.
yeah.
I also saw him once, and that was one of my most
incredible.
favorite things I've ever seen.
It was incredible. So to have an opportunity to do something like that, someone that you aspire to be like, it's like saying, I love rugby, and then you go and, run and play against the box, which is a frightening experience. Luckily, Michael's not as big. But, I would love to do that. Yourself, you?
Sure. No, definitely Montreux. I've played it once before.
No, you've played it once before. Yeah.
I think they misunderstood that they thought my band was a jazz band. We were a rock band. So we were the only rock band playing at a jazz festival in Switzerland.
But I bet you killed it.
It is the most beautiful festival ever. It's on Lake Geneva in the summertime.
Come on, man.
It is so, so beautiful. Yeah, so I'd love to do that again. Yeah.
I just want one of those wooden power boats. That's all I want. I'll be there for the wooden power boat. And the show, obviously.
Until you have a ratatouille crepe.
Ratatouille crepe?
Yeah, it is the best thing. The best thing. I dream about that.
Actually, I'm in.
Yeah.
Nathan, Graham, thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for... you are going to perform a little nummertjie for us now.
I think so, yes, yeah.
Alla Perskes. Bly daar waar jy is, want hier kom 'n nommertjie. En hy velvet besigheid. Hy kom, ek voel hom. Thank you so much for your time and effort this morning.
Thank you very much for having
So
us.
opgejazz.
Opgejazz. Nou ja, Swing City. Onthou daai show die 28ste Julie by Syringa Park, Avianto Estates aan die kant Wildersdrif. Christmas in July. Wees daar.